Have you ever found yourself lying awake in the quiet of the night, staring at the ceiling, wondering why sleep feels so elusive these days? Or waking up feeling drained, like your body just isn't bouncing back the way it used to? It's a feeling many of us brush off as just getting old. But what if it's not as simple as that? What if the restless nights and foggy mornings aren't just signs of age, but signals from your body that something deeper is going on? It turns out that the routines we follow in the evening, the small, everyday habits before bed, can have a bigger impact on our sleep and mood than we might realize. Yet, this is something often overlooked, a quiet struggle that sneaks into our lives without much attention. In this video, I'll gently walk you through 6 simple evening routines that can help you reclaim peaceful sleep and wake up with a lighter heart. By the end, I'll share the one habit that, when done right, can truly change the way you feel every morning. So, if restless nights have been your unwelcome companion, stay with me. You're not alone on this journey. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. 1. Turn off electronic devices at least 1 hour before bedtime. It's a scene that plays out in countless American homes every evening. The house is finally quiet, the day's bustle behind you, and you settle into your favorite chair with the TV remote in hand or your smartphone glowing softly in your palm. Maybe you're scrolling through photos from your grandkids, catching up on the latest news, or losing yourself in another episode of a comforting show. For many women over 60, these small routines offer companionship in the gentle hush of the night and fill the spaces that might otherwise feel lonely. It's easy to think that winding down with a favorite device is harmless, a simple way to ease yourself towards sleep. After all, isn't it just a modern way to relax? But have you ever noticed that, even after you turn off the TV or put your phone aside, your mind feels strangely restless? Maybe you lie in bed, eyes open, thoughts darting from one memory to the next. The minutes tick by, and sleep seems to hover just out of reach. Or perhaps you do drift off, only to wake up in the early hours, staring into the darkness, wondering why true rest is so hard to find these days. It's tempting to shrug it off as just what happens with age, a small price to pay for a little comfort before bedtime. But what if it isn't just age? What if this routine, so familiar, so ordinary, might be quietly working against your body's natural need for rest? Here's something that may surprise you. The glow from our screens, so gentle to the eye, is not so gentle to our sleep. The blue light emitted from TVs, smartphones, tablets, and even LED lamps can disrupt your brain's ability to produce melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. Melatonin is like your body's natural lullaby, gradually helping you unwind, slow your thoughts, and slip into peaceful slumber. When your eyes take in blue light in the evening, even for a short while, your brain gets the message that it's still daytime. The result? Melatonin production slows down, your mind stays alert, and your body resists the gentle pull of sleep. There's real science behind this, and it's not just for tech enthusiasts. Harvard Medical School and other respected institutions have studied the effects of blue light on sleep, and the results are clear. Using electronic devices within an hour of bedtime delays melatonin release, makes it harder to fall asleep, and leads to shallower, more interrupted sleep cycles. For women over 60, whose natural melatonin levels are already lower due to changes in the body, this impact can be even more pronounced. But here's the good news. You don't have to give up the comfort of your evening rituals. You just need to give your body a little extra care by choosing when and how to use your screens. The solution is beautifully simple. Try turning off all electronic devices, TVs, tablets, phones, and even bright LED lights, at least 1 hour before you plan to go to bed. Instead, let this hour become a sacred time for yourself, a gentle transition from the outside world into your own space of calm. At first, it might feel strange. The TV may have been your nightly companion for years. Your phone may feel like a lifeline, especially if you live alone or far from family. But with a little creativity, this hour can become the most cherished part of your day. So, what can you do instead? Many women find that returning to classic, comforting activities makes all the difference. Pick up a real book, the kind with pages you can turn and the gentle rustle of paper under your fingers. Listen to soft music or the soothing sounds of an audiobook. Try knitting, journaling, or simply sitting by the window and watching the night settle in around you. Even simple tasks like folding laundry, tidying up your space, or preparing your clothes for tomorrow can have a meditative, calming effect. If you want to connect with family, try a quick phone call before your screen-free hour begins, so you're not tempted to check messages later. One woman who made this change is Carol, a 72-year-old retired schoolteacher from Ohio. For years, Carol struggled with restless nights. She'd stay up late watching her favorite mystery shows or scrolling through social media, telling herself it was a way to wind down after a long day. But no matter how tired she felt, she'd toss and turn for hours, her mind buzzing with everything she'd just seen or read. After her daughter gently suggested a no screens before bedtime rule, Carol was skeptical, but she decided to give it a try. The first few nights felt awkward, the quiet seemed to echo around her. But slowly, something shifted. She began to enjoy her quiet evenings again, lighting a candle, reading a few chapters from a beloved novel, and sometimes even writing letters to old friends. Within 2 weeks, Carol found she was falling asleep faster, waking up less during the night, and greeting the morning with a clearer head and a brighter mood. Stories like Carol's are a gentle reminder. Sometimes, the smallest change can make the biggest difference. Our brains and bodies are more sensitive to rhythm and routine than we realize, and by turning off screens an hour before bed, we give ourselves the gift of truly restorative sleep. If this idea sounds challenging, start small. Try a screen-free half hour, then gradually build up to a full hour as you feel comfortable. Notice how your mind and body respond. Are you falling asleep a bit more easily? Do your dreams feel richer? Is your mood softer in the morning? Each day is a new chance to listen to your body's signals and respond with kindness. So tonight, as you prepare for bed, consider setting aside your devices a little earlier than usual. Let yourself settle into the quiet, savor the peaceful moments, and remember, your sleep is precious. The habits you choose today can shape your tomorrows in ways you may not expect. You are never too old to try something new for your well-being. Here's to peaceful nights, gentle dreams, and the simple, beautiful power of giving yourself time to truly unwind. You deserve it. 2. Drink a warm glass of water or herbal tea gently before bed. It's a quiet evening, and the house is finally settled, the soft glow of the kitchen light casting gentle shadows on the countertop. You may find yourself tidying up after dinner or folding a blanket neatly on your favorite armchair. For many women over 60, these simple acts of care are woven into the fabric of daily life. Small rituals that say, "This is my space, my home, and I am here." But as night draws in and sleep beckons, there's often a moment of pause, a heaviness in your limbs, a flutter of worry in your chest, or perhaps the nagging thought, will tonight be another night of restless sleep? For some, it's easy to dismiss these feelings. Maybe you think, it's just part of getting older, or my body doesn't work like it used to. Maybe you reach for a glass of cold water out of habit, or sometimes skip a drink altogether, not wanting to wake up in the night. Others might rely on the comfort of a cup of tea, unsure if it helps or hinders, or perhaps not realizing just how much the right evening drink can mean for rest and mood. But let's pause and consider, what if this seemingly small choice, what you drink before bed, is more important than you ever imagined? What if the right kind of gentle hydration, delivered mindfully, could be the first step toward a calmer body and a softer, deeper sleep? The truth is, our bodies, even in later years, are more sensitive than we often admit. As we age, we become more prone to dehydration, sometimes without even noticing. Our sense of thirst can become duller, and by the time we realize we're thirsty, our bodies may already need water. Dehydration, even when mild, can show up in ways that seem unrelated. Headaches, restless legs, cramps at night, or that dry, scratchy feeling in your throat that wakes you before dawn. But here's where science lends us a gentle hand. Studies show that mild dehydration can disrupt sleep, making it harder to fall asleep and easier to wake up in the middle of the night. At the same time, drinking too much liquid right before bed can have you up and down to the bathroom, interrupting your precious rest. So, the secret isn't to drink nothing, nor to overdo it, but to strike a gentle balance. A warm glass of water or herbal tea, taken slowly, about 30 to 60 minutes before you slip into bed. Why warm? The warmth of the drink helps relax your muscles and signals to your nervous system that it's time to wind down. Think of it like the comfort of a cozy blanket from within. Soothing, gentle, and reassuring. Herbal teas, especially those without caffeine, offer an extra layer of comfort. Chamomile is perhaps the most famous, used for centuries as nature's answer to anxious hearts and sleepless nights. Chamomile contains apigenin, an antioxidant that binds to certain receptors in the brain and promotes sleepiness while reducing anxiety. Lavender tea is another favorite among older women, cherished for its floral aroma and its ability to ease tension and quiet a racing mind. Peppermint tea, while more invigorating, can also be soothing for digestion, a common trouble spot as we age. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. But it's not just about the science, it's about the ritual. Making your cup of tea or pouring a warm glass of water is a moment just for you. As the kettle hums or the water steams, you're reminded to breathe more slowly, to let the day's worries fade with each gentle sip. The act of holding a warm cup in your hands, feeling the heat seep into your palms, and taking in the soft aroma is itself a signal to your body. It's time to rest. You are safe. You are cared for. Let me share the story of a woman named Margaret from Minnesota, age 74. 4 years, Margaret struggled with restless sleep, tossing and turning, waking up with leg cramps, and feeling foggy-headed most mornings. She tried reading herself to sleep, listening to music, even counting sheep, but nothing seemed to help for long. One day, at her local library's senior group, a friend suggested she try a simple herbal tea before bed. Skeptical but willing, Margaret started a new ritual. Each night, she'd boil water, steep a bag of chamomile, and sit quietly by her living room window. She noticed that the ritual itself, the sound of the kettle, the warmth of the cup, the few minutes of peace, began to relax her before she even took a sip. Within 2 weeks, the night cramps had faded, and she was waking less frequently. Mornings felt brighter, and she even found her mood lifting, bit by bit. Of course, everyone's body is different. You might find that chamomile works for you, or perhaps you'll fall in love with lemon balm, ginger, or a simple cup of warm water with a slice of fresh orange or apple. The key is to keep it gentle and to avoid caffeine or sugar, which can sneak into some flavored teas and disrupt sleep. If you're worried about needing the bathroom at night, pay attention to the timing and amount. Aim for a modest cup, not more than 6 to 8 ounces, about 30 to 60 minutes before you turn out the lights. If your evenings are busy, set a gentle reminder for yourself so you don't forget this small act of self-care. And remember, this ritual is about much more than hydration. It's a quiet act of self-kindness, a chance to pause, to breathe, and to tell your body, you've made it through another day. You deserve rest. Tonight, as you set aside your phone or turn off the TV, reach for a warm glass of water or a soothing herbal tea. Feel the warmth travel down your throat, spreading calm through your body. As you settle under the covers, imagine each gentle sip nurturing your heart, your mind, your spirit. Small choices, made with intention, can change the way you sleep, the way you wake, and the way you meet the day ahead. Permit yourself to slow down, to savor, and to care for yourself in this simple, beautiful way. You are never too old to create new rituals. You are always worthy of a peaceful night's sleep and the comfort that comes from treating yourself with gentle care. Sweet dreams begin with small steps. May tonight be the first of many. 3. Do gentle stretching or chair yoga. In the evening, when the day's chores are finally done and the house grows quiet, many women find themselves settling into their favorite chair, perhaps reaching for a blanket or listening to the familiar sounds of the world winding down. Yet, as the body relaxes, there is often an ache that lingers, a gentle stiffness in the knees, a tightness across the back, or a heaviness in the shoulders. It's a feeling so common among women over 60 that it's easy to write it off as just another part of aging, something to accept without much thought. But sometimes, lying in bed later that night, the ache becomes more than just background noise. It can keep you tossing and turning, searching for a comfortable position, or waking up sore and restless. You might wonder, is there any way to loosen this tension, something gentle, safe, and easy to do at home? Or maybe you've heard others say, "Oh, just take it easy, don't push yourself," as if movement is best left to the younger crowd. But what if this belief is holding you back from better sleep and brighter mornings? What if the gentle act of stretching, or even a few minutes of chair yoga, could ease away that ache and help you drift more peacefully into rest? Let's explore why stretching and chair yoga can be so powerful, especially as we get older. As we age, our muscles naturally become less flexible and our joints become stiffer. Years of movement patterns, maybe raising kids, working long hours, or tending a garden, leave their traces on our bodies. The result? Muscles tighten, range of motion narrows, and sometimes even daily activities like bending to tie your shoes or reaching for a shelf feel just a bit harder. When we don't move these muscles regularly, the stiffness gets worse, not better. The body is built for motion. Even gentle, mindful movement keeps the blood flowing, delivers oxygen and nutrients to the tissues, and helps lubricate our joints. The National Institute on Aging recommends regular stretching for seniors, noting that it can improve flexibility, reduce the risk of falls, support balance, and even relieve joint pain. For women in their 60s and beyond, gentle stretching or chair yoga before bed is one of the kindest gifts you can give your body, and it doesn't require special equipment or any athletic ability at all. The science is simple but profound. Stretching lengthens tight muscles and encourages them to relax. This not only relieves physical tension but also signals to your nervous system that it's safe to unwind. Your heart rate slows, your breath deepens, and your mind starts to quiet, exactly the state your body needs for deep, restorative sleep. Gentle stretching also helps ease restless legs, a common nighttime complaint, and may even reduce cramps or spasms that can disrupt sleep. But you don't have to imagine a complicated yoga routine or try to twist yourself into pretzel shapes. Chair yoga is exactly what it sounds like, easy movements you can do while sitting or using a chair for support. The focus is on slow, mindful movement, safe for joints, and accessible to all abilities. Let's walk through a simple evening routine. Start by sitting comfortably at the edge of a sturdy chair, feet flat on the floor. Close your eyes, place your hands on your knees, and take a few deep, slow breaths. Feel the air fill your lungs, and your body begins to soften. Next, gently roll your shoulders in slow circles, 5 times forward, 5 times backward, letting go of any tightness from the day. Now, stretch your arms overhead as you inhale, then slowly lower them as you exhale. Feel the stretch along your sides and notice your spine lengthening. Next, try a gentle seated twist. Place your right hand on your left knee and gently turn your upper body to the left, holding for a few breaths before switching sides. This helps loosen the back and core muscles that often tighten from sitting. You can also try lifting your heels off the floor, one at a time, and making slow ankle circles. Good for keeping your legs and feet supple. Finish with a few neck stretches, tilting your head gently from side to side, and a final deep breath in and out. Even 5 or 10 minutes of this routine can make a world of difference. There's no need to rush or push past discomfort. Listen to your body. Let your breath guide the movement. If you feel any pain, back off or skip that motion. The goal isn't to exercise in the traditional sense, but to honor your body and prepare it for restful sleep. Consider the story of Jean, a 70-year-old grandmother from Pennsylvania. After a mild fall last year, Jean developed a fear of moving too much, worried she might lose her balance or make her aches worse. She stopped gardening and rarely left the house in the evenings. Her sleep suffered. She'd wake up stiff and exhausted, her confidence slowly fading. At the encouragement of her daughter, Jean tried chair yoga using a simple video she found online. At first, she was hesitant, afraid it would be too hard or that she'd look silly. But within a week, she noticed her joints were less stiff, her steps felt lighter, and her mood began to lift. Jean's nightly stretching became a cherished ritual, a time to thank her body for all it had carried her through and to prepare gently for a new day. Every woman's story is unique, but Jean's experience is echoed by so many. Gentle stretching or chair yoga is not about reclaiming youth or forcing yourself into routines that don't fit your life. It's about treating yourself with care, meeting your body where it is, and inviting in peace, movement, and a little joy. So tonight, as you settle in and prepare for bed, try a few gentle stretches, just 5 or 10 minutes. Notice how your muscles relax, how your breath deepens, and how your mind begins to quiet. If you'd like, make it a ritual. Light a candle, put on calming music, or invite a friend or family member to join you. Remember, your body has carried you through decades of laughter, love, and hard-won wisdom. It deserves kindness, patience, and gentle movement. There is no age limit to feeling better, no expiration date on self-care. Let each stretch be a thank you to your legs, your arms, your heart, your spirit. With every breath, you're telling your body, you are valued. You are strong. You are enough. Here's to peaceful nights and mornings filled with ease. Your journey matters, and you're never too old to add a little softness and strength to every day. 4. Keep a consistent bedtime and wake-up time every day. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. For many women over 60, evenings bring a welcome hush to the house. The television turns down, the kitchen is finally clean, and the gentle tick of a clock marks time passing toward bedtime. Some nights, sleep arrives right on cue. You slip under the covers, close your eyes, and drift off with the ease of childhood. Other nights, though, it's not so simple. Maybe you feel too alert, your mind replaying conversations or worries from the day. Or perhaps you fall asleep easily, only to wake at 3 in the morning, staring at the ceiling as the world outside remains dark and still. You might have found yourself compensating with little naps during the afternoon, or letting your bedtime shift from 9 p.m. one night to midnight the next. Weekends and weekdays blur together, especially in retirement, and the structure of your days feels more flexible, sometimes almost too flexible. Maybe you think, I've earned the right to rest whenever I want, or, it doesn't matter when I go to bed anymore. After all, isn't the freedom to set your schedule one of the few perks of aging? But here's a gentle question to consider. What if that very flexibility, that freedom to let sleep happen whenever it comes, might be making it harder to get the rest you need? What if our bodies, at any age, are longing for rhythm and routine, craving a steady anchor in time, even when we no longer need to set an alarm for work or school runs? There's more science behind this than most people realize. Our bodies are governed by an internal clock called the circadian rhythm, which operates like a silent conductor, guiding the release of hormones that signal when it's time to wake, eat, and sleep. When we go to bed and wake up at the same times each day, our circadian rhythm becomes steady and reliable. The brain knows when to start producing melatonin, the hormone that helps us fall asleep, and when to cue the gentle rise of cortisol to help us wake up. Sleep becomes deeper, falling asleep comes more easily, and we wake up feeling refreshed. But when bedtime and wake-up times jump around from night to night, this internal clock gets confused. Melatonin might not be ready when you need it, or your body might try to sleep when it's not quite tired. The result? Light, fragmented sleep, early morning awakenings, or trouble drifting off altogether. Research from the National Sleep Foundation and many sleep specialists confirms that irregular sleep patterns are one of the biggest reasons older adults struggle with poor sleep and fatigue, even more than the total hours spent in bed. This pattern doesn't just affect how well you sleep, it can influence your mood, memory, and even physical health. Inconsistent sleep disrupts blood sugar regulation, can worsen blood pressure, and often leads to daytime drowsiness that makes it harder to enjoy hobbies, social events, or even a simple walk in the sunshine. So, what's the gentle solution? Build yourself a routine, just as you might have done for your children or grandchildren. Pick a bedtime that feels natural, maybe 10 p.m. or 10:30, whatever suits your rhythm, and a wake-up time that gives you 7 to 8 hours of rest. Keep these times steady, even on weekends. If you enjoy an afternoon nap, keep it short and not too late in the day, so it doesn't steal from your nighttime sleep. You don't need to be rigid, but the more regular you can be, the better your body and mind will respond. Start with small steps. Tonight, try going to bed at your chosen time. Set an alarm if you need to, but let the ritual itself, a warm bath, soft music, a little reading, help guide you. In the morning, open your curtains to let in natural light, which helps reset your internal clock, making it easier to feel sleepy at the same time the following night. Let me tell you about Dorothy, a 76-year-old widow from Oregon. After her husband passed, Dorothy found herself drifting, some nights up until 2 in the morning watching old movies, other times asleep before 9, waking up groggy and out of sorts. She missed the days when her family's routines kept her anchored, but now, with no one to answer to but herself, she felt adrift. It wasn't until her doctor gently suggested a regular sleep and wake time that Dorothy decided to give it a try. She picked 10:30 p.m. as her bedtime, 6:30 a.m. as her wake-up, and stuck to it as best she could. She noticed the first week was tough. Her body wanted to resist, and her mind felt restless. But after a couple of weeks, she began to fall asleep more quickly and woke up feeling lighter. Her mood improved, and she found herself looking forward to mornings with her favorite cup of coffee and a phone call to her sister. Dorothy's story isn't unique. Many women discover that structure isn't just for the young. It's a comfort and a kindness to yourself at any age. The act of creating boundaries around sleep is a way of saying, I matter. My rest matters. My days and nights have value. If you find yourself struggling to stick to a schedule, try writing it down or marking it on a calendar. Invite a friend or family member to join you in building new habits. If you have trouble falling asleep at your set time, don't force it. Use that half hour for relaxation instead. Gentle stretching, deep breathing, or simply reflecting on the good moments of the day can help ease your mind into sleep. Above all, be patient with yourself. Like all changes, this takes time, and there will be nights when sleep slips away, no matter how well you plan. That's normal, and it's okay. What matters most is the overall rhythm you're building, a quiet, caring foundation for better rest and better days. So tonight, as the house grows quiet and the world slows down, give yourself the gift of routine. Let bedtime and morning become gentle bookends to your day, a rhythm just for you. Trust your body's wisdom, and watch as sleep and joy find their way back to you. Remember, you're never too old to make small changes for your well-being. Every good night's sleep is a new beginning, and you deserve each one. 5. Create a quiet, cool, and clean bedroom environment. As the evening settles in and you prepare to rest, the space around you quietly speaks to your body and mind. For many women over 60, the bedroom isn't just a room, it's a sanctuary, a place where the worries of the day can be left at the door, and the soul can find peace. But sometimes, despite your best intentions, sleep doesn't come easily. You toss and turn, distracted by noise outside, an uncomfortable temperature, or the feeling that the room just isn't quite right. You might wake up during the night, bothered by a draft or a lingering smell, and find it hard to drift back into rest. It's easy to think that sleep difficulties are inevitable, just part of aging, or caused by things out of our control. But what if some of those restless nights could be soothed simply by tending to your sleep environment? What if your bedroom could become the perfect cocoon, quiet, cool, and clean, that gently invites you to rest? Science tells us that the environment where we sleep has a powerful effect on the quality of our rest. Studies from the National Sleep Foundation highlight 3 key factors for a healthy sleep space: minimal noise, a cool temperature, and cleanliness. Each of these plays a crucial role in signaling to your body that it's time to slow down and repair. Noise, even soft or intermittent sounds, can disrupt your sleep cycles without you fully realizing it. For seniors, who often have lighter sleep, this sensitivity increases. A car passing by, a barking dog, or even the hum of a nearby appliance can cause your brain to briefly wake up, fragmenting what should be a restful night. Reducing noise doesn't mean sealing yourself away from the world. Simple measures like using thick curtains, placing rugs to absorb sound, or even a white noise machine can create a soothing soundscape that lets your brain relax deeply. Temperature is another powerful cue. Our bodies naturally cool down to prepare for sleep, and a bedroom that's too warm or too cold can throw off this rhythm. Research suggests the ideal temperature for sleep is between 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, about 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. Cooler rooms help lower your core body temperature, which signals your brain to release melatonin, encouraging deep sleep. You might find that adjusting your thermostat, using breathable bedding, or keeping a fan nearby makes a significant difference. Cleanliness may seem obvious, but its impact is often overlooked. A tidy, fresh-smelling room can ease your mind, while clutter or dust can create subtle stress or even cause allergies that disturb sleep. For seniors, especially, keeping bedding clean and regularly washing sheets, pillowcases, and blankets can reduce allergens and improve comfort. Opening a window for fresh air or using gentle air purifiers can also help keep the environment fresh and inviting. Let me share the experience of Eleanor, a 69-year-old retired nurse from Vermont. Eleanor always valued a clean home, but her bedroom was often cluttered with books, clothes, and trinkets. She struggled with waking frequently at night and feeling tired in the mornings. After learning about the importance of the sleep environment, she decided to make some changes. She decluttered her bedroom, donated unused items, and invested in blackout curtains to reduce street light. Eleanor also adjusted her thermostat and began washing her bedding weekly, adding a lavender sachet for a soft scent. She was surprised by how quickly her sleep improved. She fell asleep faster, stayed asleep longer, and woke feeling more refreshed. Eleanor's story is a gentle reminder that the space around us holds power, and that tending it with care is a form of self-love. So, how can you create your perfect sleep sanctuary? Start with sound. Notice what noises disturb you and explore simple solutions. Thick curtains, rugs, or white noise machines are affordable and effective. If you live in a noisy area, earplugs might be worth trying. Next, consider temperature. Experiment with your thermostat. Use breathable sheets made from natural fibers like cotton or linen, and keep a fan or heater handy to adjust comfort throughout the night. Finally, commit to cleanliness. Set a weekly routine for changing sheets and dusting surfaces, and open your windows when weather permits to let fresh air circulate. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. If you love scents, essential oils like lavender or chamomile can be wonderful sleep aids. Just a few drops on a cotton ball or diffuser can gently calm your mind. But remember, avoid overpowering fragrances, as strong smells can be stimulating rather than soothing. The bedroom is your refuge. By making it a place that soothes all your senses, you're sending your body the message that it's time to rest and heal. Small changes add up. A quieter room helps you slip into deeper sleep cycles, a cooler temperature helps your body relax naturally, and a clean, fresh space invites peaceful dreams. Tonight, as you prepare for bed, take a moment to notice your surroundings. Is the room quiet enough? Is the temperature comfortable? Is your bedding clean and inviting? These simple questions can be the first step toward reclaiming restful nights. Remember, you deserve a peaceful sanctuary, a place where your body can renew and your mind can find calm. Sleep is a gift, and your bedroom is the gateway to receiving it fully. You are never too old to transform your space, and in doing so, transform your nights. May your bedroom become a haven of tranquility, where every night brings the rest and renewal you deserve. 6. Write a gratitude or positive thoughts journal before bed. As the day winds down and the quiet of the evening settles around you, there is a special moment, a chance to turn inward, to reflect on the day's journey. For many women over 60, this time before bed can bring a swirl of thoughts, memories, worries, hopes, and sometimes a lingering sadness or regret. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the weight of these emotions, especially when the world feels quieter and the future more uncertain. You might think, I've lived a long life. What more is there to be thankful for? Or it's hard to find joy when things don't always go my way. Maybe you're not used to writing down your feelings, or haven't thought about how a simple journaling habit might change the way you sleep and feel. But what if I told you that taking just a few minutes each night to write down things you're grateful for or positive thoughts about your day could gently shift your mood, calm your mind, and open the door to more peaceful, restorative sleep? Science supports this practice more than you might expect. Research in psychology has found that gratitude journaling can reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression, improve emotional resilience, and enhance overall well-being. When you focus on positive experiences, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin, natural, feel-good chemicals that help regulate mood and promote relaxation. Over time, this habit trains your mind to notice the good in everyday life, even amid challenges, helping reduce the stress that can keep you awake at night. Starting a gratitude journal is simple and requires nothing more than a notebook and a quiet corner. Each evening, before you turn off the lights, take 5 to 10 minutes to jot down 3 to 5 things you appreciate. These can be as big as a visit from a loved one or as small as the warmth of sunlight on your face or the taste of a favorite meal. You might also write about a kind word you received, a moment of laughter, or a memory that brought you comfort. If gratitude feels difficult some nights, try writing about positive intentions or hopes for tomorrow. Maybe it's as simple as planning to call a friend or to spend a few minutes outside in the morning light. The act of focusing on these gentle affirmations helps ease worries and creates a mental space where sleep can come more naturally. Let me share the story of Helen, a 75-year-old retired librarian from Georgia. After her husband passed away, Helen found nights especially lonely and her thoughts often spiraling into sadness. One day, her granddaughter gifted her a beautiful journal with a note encouraging her to write down what made her smile each day. Helen was skeptical at first, but decided to give it a try. Each night, she would reflect on small joys, a blooming flower in her garden, a phone call with her sister, a favorite song on the radio. Over weeks, Helen noticed a shift. Her sleep improved, she felt lighter, and her days began to sparkle with more moments of gratitude. The journal became her companion, a quiet friend helping her find peace. This practice isn't about denying life's hardships or pretending everything is perfect. It's about honoring the full spectrum of your experiences while intentionally shining a light on the moments of beauty, connection, and hope. It's a way of speaking kindly to yourself at the end of the day, reminding yourself that even in quiet moments, life holds gifts. If you're new to journaling, begin with whatever feels comfortable. Write a sentence, a word, or even a list. Use your voice, formal or casual, poetic or simple. You might choose to write by hand for the soothing rhythm or type on a device if that's easier. Keep your journal by your bedside as a gentle invitation to pause and reflect. Pairing journaling with a few deep breaths or soft music can enhance the calming effect. You might even close your eyes and silently repeat a few things you're grateful for before turning off the light. Remember, this is your time, your moment of quiet care. The small act of writing down gratitude or positive thoughts sends a powerful message to your brain and heart. I am here. I am enough. There is goodness in my life. So tonight, Before you close your eyes, reach for your journal. Celebrate the day's simple joys, the kindnesses you've received, and the moments that warmed your soul. Let this practice be a gentle bridge from the day's worries to the restful night ahead. You deserve nights filled with peace, mornings bright with hope, and a heart that knows it is loved and valued. No matter your age or circumstance, gratitude is a light that can always shine within you. May your journal become a treasured companion on your journey, a place where every word you write brings you closer to rest, renewal, and joy. As we come to the end of this journey together, I want to remind you that better sleep and a brighter mood are within your reach. Sometimes, through the simplest, gentlest changes. Whether it's turning off your screens early, sipping a warm cup of tea, stretching softly, keeping a steady sleep schedule, creating a peaceful bedroom, or writing down what you're grateful for, each small habit is a step toward caring for yourself with kindness. Remember, aging is not about losing what we once had, but about discovering new ways to nurture our body and spirit. These evening routines aren't just chores, they are moments of self-love and respect. They say, I matter. My rest matters. My happiness matters. If you take one thing from today's video, let it be this. You are never too old to create new habits that support your well-being. Change takes time and patience, but every night you choose to care for yourself, you are planting seeds for healthier, happier days ahead. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these routines feels most doable for you? Have you tried any before? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else on this journey. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Together, we can build a community of support, understanding, and encouragement for women embracing life with grace and vitality. Thank you for spending this time with me. Wishing you peaceful nights, restful sleep, and joyful mornings. You deserve nothing less.